I was walking in amongst the trees, and I thought to myself, oh my Lord, who does this remind me of? I was starting to get all meta about it. In the forest. I was like, this is too much. I'm going to have to book him for a feature slot, clearly. So, I met the Metaphorest at at a night that was run by, if you know Kylie Wordy. Make some noise for Kylie Wordy. Yeah. We were doing a fundraising gig for her book called Hurricane Brain. And I was on the bill, he was on the bill amongst some other fantastic artists. And you know what happened afterwards? I was like, mate, you're really good. I like your shit. Like, this is gonna have to not be the only time that we do this together. And it's not. This is the second time. This is the second day, essentially. Anyway, what's about to ensue is a poet who has got a grasp of who they are and their own place in this world, which is at once a very difficult task to do. But as poets, we have to step bravely into that kind of space, because that's what, in a sense, as a society's tool, that's what we do. We go and confront ourselves, we confront the world, and we take it literally like a bull with its horns. This person, this poet, does exactly that, and he's wicked, and he's coming up to the stage right now. Make some noise for the Metaphorest!
First I wanted to say big up to Wazoo, Haiku, Tiger Soul. Big up Space 2. Actually, when I started my poetry journey, Space 2 was one of the poets I saw at BYOB. So if it weren't for him and a couple other poets, wouldn't be here today. So I just want to give you your flowers, bro. Give it up for Space 2. This piece is called Goats and Sheep. It's dedicated to my poetry journey and just like poets in general. You see glyphs, I see letters. You see lines, but I see sentence. You see words, I see weapons. You see spoken word, but I see techers. You're playing chess, but I'm fine playing checkers because I'll become king at the end. These poets are veterans. They're writing per chance, pen chant for pen and chance to furnish the circumstance you see. This is the Metaphorest. I plant seeds that grow plantlings, that grow pages of leaves that become poetries. Plant enough of these, you produce enough poetries, creating columns of libraries, that form a Metaphorest. Poetry that goes over heads like canopies and go deep like the volumes of valleys. The Metaphorest, the fire no logic, the novelist traps novices in notebooks of oranges and segments behind enemy lines. In sections I spit phlegm, no lozenges, out of every pore, every orifice. Words undergo metamorphosis. This whole conceit is what a metaphor is. Not quantum physics, this is quantum lyrics. Evoke the meta spirits when you hear this. Metaphysically, spiritually, I'm a renegade in retrograde. I'm Aries, so I'm a ram anyway. I'm fire too. In my own element, among regiments, I build my own resistance to artificial intelligence. Everyone wants to be the GOAT, the greatest of all time. I'm an scapegoat. Take this from my throat. I'm barred from the bar exam for passing out notes. I don't mind being a sheep. My bar black and I roll with Bo Peep who rolls with E3 Bo Peeps. When sheep speak, it's called barring. Bar, I'm a black sheep. I ain't got any wool, but I got many tools that'll rob you. I want 3 bags full. I'm the undergo. They underestimate me. They say I don't count, but I put them to sleep. I'm slept on. There's a wolf in the sheep. But if you cry wolf, others won't believe. I done dances with wolves, smoke pipes with the chiefs. They wonder why they ask me how. I bar bow and arrows across their bows, through their dream catchers, and take the silver spoon from their mouths. My heart of gold, no wonder why it weigh heavy. My mind gold, my mind cold, no wonder why writer's block seems like my mind froze. It bears fruit, I cherry pick cherry bombs. These bombs will have you buried. Why do I have to be blunt to get to the point? Well, while there are two sides to a coin, read between the lines in a poem, the depth in the words that we show. Once they are shown, they're no longer your own. They dissipate in people's souls, in minds and hearts they are sown. Roses in concrete? No. Prose that is so deep, their auras chose to leave, then the astral project to the land where foes weep. I'm one of those sheep. I broke into the word bank, I got away with words. I say it again. I broke into a word bank, I got away with words. And that's sheeps and goats. I did have a heavy piece, but I can do a lighter one. What you guys feeling at the moment?
Heavy.
Heavy piece. Okay, cool. Let me just get out of here. All right, this is called Lost for Words. When things happen that make us lost for words, make sure your words ain't lost in action. Make every syllable of prayer pray for the ones prayed upon. When we say we can't breathe, and the oppressed are pressed with oppressors' knees upon their necks, hoping they heap pressure from their chests. If they fight back, they die. They pay the price to save another's right for life. Make every inhale of oxygen a result in an exhale of words, carried by your voice. Make people around you listen. So when they do the same, we collectively make noise. We do all the talking. Their silence is loud. Glass ceilings come down and crowds will build a wall of sound from the applauding. But the system is centric to what they want. It was built for them, by them. We are guests. They call us from places that were theirs but were once ours. Now ours they recruit, and we trade our time for money. It's small change furthering their economy. I write without a novelist pen. Like exotic fruit, we are niche, we are novel to them. We are foreigners from the Orient. Native Americans are Indians and Caribbeans are West Indians because they care not of our origin. They just want cinnamon in their porridge and melanin in their collagen. Traveling to distant lands, crash upon our lands, bump into a few tribes, and centuries later create their own clans. 3Ks like Kardashians. These are these jarred tea leaves from Yorkshire. Darjeeling, I have a far feeling it's China or India. Wanna glow golden brown, but you don't wanna hold it down. So illuminating can't stomach the feeling of being held down, no guts. Breathe in our air at this level, it's a premium to not drown. But I guess your stuck up noses help you stay above water. Watching Law and Order from the corridor. The revolution will be televised, but it's just a show. But the show has more bodies for the coroner. You wanna get dark, but you don't wanna get dark. Whether it be in the weather, climate, or a night in the park. Scared of me, but you're tan now. It's what you plan now. We're the same color when you switch off the light, but not at night now. Well, I guess it's not the same. You wouldn't look so sad or mad or red if you turn the other way to your right, but when your situation's bright, you shine. And I'm here, just fine. And I hear just fine. I speak on deaf ears, but you hear just fine. What's just? What's fine? What's mine? What's mine is just fine. And you take just fine. Finders keepers, right? You take what you find. But it was already here, alright. I don't need your own two eyes to justify it. It exists just fine. We here, alright. Don't need your own two eyes. We're just fine. But it seems we're at the seams. Use the delicate fabric between us to fashion blindfolds to make believe you can't see. Out of sight, out of mind. You're right, you're blind. The veil you cast covers those ties. Even the blind know your kind. Thank you. When it comes to life, we walk the streets alone. Here in the zones where kids reside and resort to violence, kids become thugs and move like Spider-Man. So the only way to survive is then develop heightened senses. We learn to run and jump our fences, and from our own basements, and the streets is laced with product that destroys your face. And that white cocaine then gets you wasted that you can't even see that you're the patient. And to your own kids, drugs become your replacement and your shadow of yourself. Just skin and veins, man. Nothing but silence, and you're just a caveman in a wasteland, overpopulated by a particular species known as a wasteman. You see, I'm invested. I speak with every vestige of my soul. I'm a weapon. My flows carry essence. I love to do shows, but boy, you just know they consider you to be irrelevant. They see no investment. They see no use for me. I'm an appendix. I'm a movement. I'm not meant to blend in. I'm not losing, can't confine me in a box of patchwork to music cut from a different cloth. I'm here to mend it, but everyone's descending. Everyone's descending countless times, time after time. I keep defending to see off their version of the ending. Everybody knows I'm the best in the West End. Shout out to the rest of my best friends. And we keep protesting, it's for our own protection. We keep marching and we get arrested until we get attention or throw us in detention. Cause some voices don't get a mention. Keep going until I'm no longer questioned. You see, I'll be popping up like collars up. I'm grinding all my pounds where they're throwing dollars up. I got so many cuts, but the metal around my wrist ain't cuffs. I don't do fake, I do custom made, bespoke. The only designer I do is me. So, I don't give a fuck whether you like me or not until my heart stops beating, the pen never stops. I'm fly, you're fly, but I'm flying the rocks. Verified like wine, age with time, I put the tick before talk. You say it's peak, but you're not at the top. They call me Father Time, cause time fly, I'm higher than clocks. Money's not essential, and life's just a rental. The things men do in life to reach their potential. Just because it's labeled precious, don't mean it's special. It's the girl who walks tall, not the heel of the stiletto. A man's mind that separates him from the ghetto. Individual strings combine make the sound of the cello. Individual beings unite, create one voice from a bellow. Relationships form from a single hello, hello. A word in the right place sometimes echoes. A word in the right place sometimes echoes. It's the girl who walks tall, like the heel of the stiletto. A man's mind that separates him from the ghetto. Thank you. Hands up who's ever come seen a set by me before or seen me perform before? Yeah. Okay, cool. So mostly like I'm known for kind of romantic pieces and stuff like that. So this one is one of my favorites. It's called You Goddess You. Baby plays with toys and a playpen. I'll pay her mind, but she can't tell me where her brain went. Hearts and minds taken, I wanna be painting, reupholster your walls, interior decorator. Count down, I wanna take a knee and a vow. Find letters to pen letters, because I wanna find words to write a vow. See where we go now, curtsy, bow. You, goddess you. Have you had anyone kiss your wrists instead of your lips? Here's where your majesty lives. These veins carry more than just hemoglobin and oxygen. They take away stress. They have opened, and you have bled more than enough. You, goddess, you are enough. You, goddess, you. Have you had anyone hold your hips or held your gaze? Here's where our energy lives and where our names are prayed. These have me hold it onto you while we get carried away, coordinating our sacred merges that fervor are fervor. You, goddess, you are nurture. You, goddess, you. Have you had anyone knelt before your lap? Here's where my attention sits. Before anything I serve. Here, I taste your essence and have my appetite whetted. Mouthing my prayer, I speak tongues in your presence. You, goddess, you are sublime. You embody miracles. I become time, for I'm forever putting my hands all over you. You imbue wealth and change. Change you bring is never short. It is never shadows under a door. Your goddess is chronic. Your hands are kept honest with goddess work. You find words before you find nerves. You kill with kindness and imbue worth. I confess your logic, but I wouldn't have earthly words to craft upon it. You, goddess, you are you. You, goddess, you. That's you, goddess, you. So this next piece, there's actually a video to this piece and it goes with music, but you can check out the video on my channel, The Metaphorest. If you follow me on Instagram, you can just go into my link tree. So yeah, this is a short piece. I'm jonesing for Miss Jones, and at home, when her and I are close, when our chemistry is potent, we hone in our emotions, ones we awoke in without clothes, and up close, our lips close in. Our breathing focus, turning kisses into tokens of our affection. We in turn become roses, our clothes are petals on bedposts, and we lay in a bed of roses, arranged in comic poses, legs entwined, roping, pressing, stroking, nails dug in, pillow soaking, a waterbed within an ocean. Me and Miss Jones. Thank you. I'm trying to. Yeah, it's really cool to have a lot more time to share pieces I don't really perform on stage. So, what else have I got? Okay, cool. This piece is actually inspired by, I don't know if you guys know Rohan RS, and it was at the beginning of my poetry journey, and I wanted to combine my love of poetry to my love of music, and here it goes. It's called Not to Name Names. Not to name names, but my babe craze, she savage make brothers wanna vacate. Each day, not safe to say she lays waste, she spin man. My babe blade takes away slaying in a campaign. Not to name names, so for this piece her name will change and will remain unnamed, but my sister, sledgehammer nails and coffins, she cool, and the gang she with, roll deep, so solid. Oh no, they don't know, 21 seconds today, got to go. Hers is a tribe called Quest. More like her, tribe conquest. She's from a rough ends, it's not just a black street. Southeast Asians, Europeans like an X or E. They'll rate me, they'll also two lattes, they'll pen ignited like rocket fuel. Her clan make you woo! They know the art of war like Sun Tzu. Their latte excess cream cause you know cash rules. May I say my love is like whoa. Even though she at room 112 where players dwell, babe, don't need to carry mace. Living in a brownstone, she carry a jagged edge, nothing is promised. And it's in mint condition, I will lullaby everything from boys to men when she's at the ends of the road. Sorry for my singing. She fast paced, she rushed our 2 dates. Jackie Tucker, cheap thorough, she don't wanna catch case. Evidence is just faded pictures in a broken glass. She leaves no prints when she brings purple rain. She's like her father and mother, bold. She's never satisfied. She moved like a tank in a Lloyd bank. She a young buck pulling 50. She wants to get rich or die trying, but she gets away because she has a baby face. She crazy for the average Joe to see. Sky's the limit. Her heart ain't biggie small, but she has faith even though she wonder if heaven got a ghetto. She's always moving, so she has 2 pack. She sees no changes. She may seem domestic, but she ain't into food, but she's chefing. But when Sam cook, her quiche is cold. She freaked me on another level. Madonna dance and vogue. Far from like a virgin, she called me daddy, but when it comes to this father, Papa don't preach. My Janet Jackson, my Erica Badu up, my Erica Kane, leaving Barry White and Keith Sweat, leave you twisted with a diamond sheet usher. You got it bad if you have confessions you wanna let burn. She's OCD like Monica. Even when she has a target, her mantra is that the boy is man. Even though he in the ER, Maxwell, and she flew from the scene of the crime, as if she had pretty wings. This woman's work, she has bodies. And if you ask me, I'll say nothing. I bear no witness, no snitching, not even to the whispers. But to know the total, to be frank, oceans, lost, bodies afloat at sea. I hope you can swim good. It's enough to make Stevie wonder. Very superstitious, writings on the wall. Allow yourselves to your imagination. Try again, but don't rock the boat. You won't last 1 minute, man. This missy will cinder, man. Stand up to her like an oak tree and see where that timberland. She flipped that thing down, flip it and reverse it. Sitting up in my room. A little brandy and TLC does her good. Chasing waterfalls. With that pen and pencil, her stick will draw you out without leading. Because of she, Otis Redding, and so is James. All the while not smudging her Bobby Brown. And her new addition is this guy at 702 who thought he had soul for real, but calling me bad, I did a high five when she duppied that old dirty bastard. Once, after Heavy D, it was cutthroat, she cut close, she got bored of me, said I was just a cameo, I said word up. It stopped being sweet like candy. Though she said IMX, it wasn't the first time, but I let her electric slide. But she's always changing faces, and in the end, we're always having a heart to heart. After bearing soul to soul, we're back to life, back to reality. Ready for the world, ready to face humanity. Ready or not, here I come. With a bit of money and a few G's, she'd be on her way to Zion. With that thing she do what? With that kid gloves she do clap. On the hill like Lauren she do rap. Like an avatar, holding earth, wind and fire. Do you remember? Bringing heat in September. She like hurting man with all the 7 deadly sins. You can't hurry love. She's Diana, the supreme. She's all the temptations. That's it.
We got time for one more.
Okay, cool. All right, let me find this poem. Okay, cool. I'm just gonna leave you with a haiku actually. It's called Love. I love to love. I love loves loves. I love love so. Love loves my love too. Thank you.